Alright guys, so this will be learning Windows 10 Part 2. Alright, so here we go. Part 2, we'll start with the Start menu. Start menu, you will have your Power button, your Settings button, and then your Users button. Under Windows 10, you can always add additional users, log out, create new account, change account settings, all that good stuff. So you will have your settings, which will be your system, devices, network, personalization, accounts, language, ease of access. That is for people with like impairments. If you need a narrator or you can't read, things like that, it will actually talk to you. Privacy, which is like location, camera, and then update and security. So first I'm going to go with update and security. So most of the time when there's anything going wrong with your computer, it's not working correctly or it's slow or anything like that, first thing I like to do is check for updates. So whenever you check for updates, it will give you the latest version of the updates, and drivers and everything you need for your computer to run smoothly. So once you go in here and check for updates and do all the updates you need to do, that will keep your computer running fairly smooth, as long as you keep up with it as well in terms of maintenance and everything. So as I mentioned before, you'll have Windows Defender on here as well. Windows Defender is the free antivirus built into your Windows 10 device, works as a full antivirus. Then you can do backup. Backup will be for all your files in case you run into any viruses or anything. Make sure it doesn't take over your computer completely. So you can have an external hard drive, or as I have in here, I'll have my additional hard drives within my desktop to back up everything. Recovery. So you can do a recovery media, or go back and create a Windows 10 install tool flash drive that will basically, all you have to do is basically back up all your files before you restore it, put in an additional hard drive, then basically you reinstall your Windows 10 operation system onto your computer. That's a little bit more advanced, so I'll talk about that later. Then activation. This is usually the way you activate your Windows once you install it. We don't need to do that. And then developers, it'll just be like settings and adding functions and applications. And Windows Insider program, you don't necessarily have to do that. It's just additional feedback you give to Windows in an aspect of how your computer is working for you and what comments and things you give to them. All right, so we'll go back to system, display, apps, and power. So this being a desktop, I have two monitors running. This one, which is monitor 2, is the one I'm showing you right now. Monitor 1 is my ultra wide monitor. I can always modify this and change my settings. Portrait, landscape, flipped, portrait, flipped. Extend displays, or show only one, show two, or duplicate. So if I wanted to duplicate the image that's on here and put it on both displays, I would do the duplicate, and that will show on both displays. All right. Other than that, you can go to advanced display settings. Through here, you can manage, if you're doing dual monitors, you can manage left to right, right to left. That way you would have your setup. That way you can manage from one side to another. Adjust your settings. So like this larger display has a higher resolution. I could go with the higher resolution, which is the 2560 by 1080. And then is this one, number 2, would be the perfect, would be the 1900 or 1920 by 1080. So that's where the settings are at. So you can change color management, pigmentation, and all that to make it look better. That's mostly for people that do Photoshop and different things. So I'll go back from here. So display apps and features. So do this, you can customize your startup button. You can sort by name, sort by size, install date, and then this PC or so. You can show content from the file disk, different file disk, or specific disk as well. So you can add default apps. So Outlook, Chrome is my browser. You can do Edge or Mozilla Firefox or whatever you feel comfortable with. Photo viewer and all that good stuff. You have your control center. On this page, it's not on this area. It's not showing. Usually, it's down here. Since it's my secondary monitor, I don't have it here. I'll go to that in a little bit. So, all right. All this stuff will show up on your calendars. To your right, alarms, calendar events, any events that are coming up, and things like that. All right. So other than that, you'll have power and sleep. So power and sleep, when plugged in, turn off after 10 minutes. So like if you're inactive for 10 minutes, it'll shut off. That way it doesn't keep on going. So sleep, this being a desktop, it'll go to sleep after 30 minutes of inactivity. That way I don't leave it on and kills my computer because overheating or it's running the fans for too long or anything like that. So then storage, in this aspect I have my solid state drive running my operation system and main software, and then my 2 terabyte hard drive running my standard files, and then my backup file disk F is backing up all the additional files. Alright, then you'll have offline maps. You can turn that up. That way you can use it mostly on laptops, cell phones, and additional items. So that is useful whenever you're traveling and you have a location and you lose signal. Those would actually work for that. Tablet mode, like I said, it's going to be more of a setting for laptops. So whenever you flip a 2-in-1 computer onto the tablet side, it will actually convert to tablet mode if you want to. If you don't want to, you can always say no or lock it off. Always ask me or don't ask me, don't switch. You can do that as well. So multitasking, so you'll have Snap. Snap is basically your feature. So like Snap, you grab and take it to corners and it'll snap onto the corner. So same with that's the right corner. You can go to the top, it'll be full page. Go to the bottom corner. Go to the bottom corner. There we go. I'll close the window. So go back to the bottom corner, and then you'll basically snap it to the bottom corner, and it'll show there basically any additional applications you open. So like Internet Explorer, browser, and that your snapping function will snap each selection to a different place within your screen, so you can actually have up to 4 devices, 4 applications running at the same time within one page. If you have a larger space or you're doing documents, things like that, you can always manage this and put everything back where it belongs, or shut it down, or do split screen. Split screen for developers and people that do documents or multitask. That's an awesome setup. So I'll just shut this guy down. All right. Other than that, you'll have, of course, multitasking project projecting to this PC. So that will be for wireless enabled devices. So most of the time you can do it through laptops, cell phones, and things like that. This being desktop, you can't really do wireless streaming. So apps and websites. So this will just keep your feedback, your Facebook, Groove Music, Instagram, and things you want to log into through here, and then it'll show you all the specifications and about. So mine's an i7, fourth generation, 24 gigs of RAM, 64-bit operation system, and all the features of my computer. All right, just a few shortcuts. You can do the right click on the start menu and go to system. That will show you all the specs of your computer. You can go to task manager, and this will open your task manager, so you can open close different applications. Or you can always do Control Shift and Escape. That will open your task manager as well. That's a quick access to that. I'll show you performance, what's running. Like right now, my memory is at 9%, GPU or CPU at 2%. So nothing's really running except for the camera right now. So other than that, let's see. So something I like to do, and a lot of people don't use too often, is going to be your erasing temporary files. So you can either do it through here, do the run, and then select the %temp% and run that, and it'll actually open all your temporary files. So you can usually go in and delete all your temporary files. I haven't deleted any in a while. So go through that, and just press delete. Whatever you can't delete because the system won't let you, you can skip. Skip. 97, skip. There we go. So these guys are temporary, permanent files. So just to make sure it doesn't mess with anything else that's going on, I'll just leave them on there. So all right. So other than that, you have your quick function on here through Cortana. You can actually still do the same. So temporary files. So basically, you'll go to that, show you your disk space, what's on your disk, what you need to change, your temporary files, and everything within your hard drive. And then that's it. Let me go back and shut this down. That's why it's a huge picture. All right, so that'll be it for this section. If you guys, once again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to contact me via lytsupp@gmail.com. Or if you're in the Houston, Katy area, the number is 832-786-8752. All right, thank you.